Brothers, how's it going? It's your boy Dan on the tube, or King E, back again with another video. Retain Gang, what's good? What's good, Retain Gang? I'm here. Brothers, let me tell you something. We have to make them pay, bro. We have to make them pay for the way that they used to treat us, for not believing in us, for looking at us like we're goofballs, for looking at us like we don't provide value, for not being important to them. This is all vanity talking, but this is something that even if you can try and say, oh, it's vanity, it's egotism, but I know deep down inside, us as human beings, we care about those things. We do care about those things. We want to be somebody important. We want to have a spot on this earth. We want to provide value to people. We want to be important to our peers. We want to feel like we belong to our peers, to our family members. How many times are you going to let your so-called friends treat you like, you a goofy, or like you a lame, or like you just a cornball, like you're just, you're like the odd one out of the group? How many times are you going to let females disrespect you? They don't respond to texts. They do whatever they want when they're with you. Your girlfriend does whatever she wants when she's with you. She doesn't respect you. Your title does not mean anything to her, She doesn't respect you. You think because, oh, you're a good person and you care about her and, you have good morals and values, unfortunately, you feel like that's enough, but it's not enough, unfortunately, and you'll learn that. And I'm not a red pill YouTuber. I just been through enough, and I can tell you guys that it's the truth. Some of these red pill YouTubers, what they say, it's true. Females will not, if they feel like they can do better than you, they will. Trust me, they 100% will. How many times are you gonna let your I don't know, for you guys who aren't in school, how many times are you gonna let that guy that's bigger than you or taller than you, tougher than you, bully you? Because you don't feel like you're strong enough, or something is missing, something inside you is missing. You may do everything right. You could even be working out. Eating right, but something is missing. Something inside you is missing. Like there's one key thing that you're not doing right. How many times are you're gonna feel sorry for yourself? You're gonna be telling yourself in your head, I'm a piece of shit, man. Why am I living? What's my spot on this earth? How many times are you gonna feel like you're inadequate, you're incompetent, It's time for us to prove people wrong. We know what's missing. We know what we have to do, to improve. We know what we truly have to do. Like, yeah, we can work out. Yeah, we can go to work. We can improve our finances. But if our soul is not right, and this is key, like if our soul is not right, if we're still watching porn daily, cooming, and I'm talking about some of the worst videos, you guys probably coom, like I can't say you guys, because that was me a couple weeks ago, maybe like a week ago, that was me. But you guys are probably cooming to the worst possible videos on the internet, on the site, probably ejaculating to God knows what, something that you have to hide, that nobody that knows you can know what you're watching. You just know it. Like if somebody, that what you're watching, if somebody was to find out, let's say your brother or your close friend, if he was to find out what you was watching on that internet, he would probably cut you off. He wouldn't talk to you ever again. And you could say that's selfish, but when you're in a certain stage in life, and I get it, I get why people cut people off. When you're in a certain stage in life, you don't want that type of energy. You don't want that type of negativity around you, You don't want to be associated with somebody with a very low frequency, because that frequency can attach to you, especially when you're on the self-improvement journey, It's that deep, it's that deep. The things that you watch on the internet, the things that grab our attention, the things that we cling to, things that we relapse to, you know? It's not what we supposed to be doing. It's not what we supposed to be doing. You know this, man. Sorry about that. There's people walking by, you know. We got to keep this private between us. But anyways, what I was saying. Yeah. The things that you watch, you know. And I'm not perfect. I'm not better than you guys. Like, I've been through it. But I'm on day 5 right now, and I'm so motivated. Let me tell you what I did today, man. Created an Instagram, and it's the first time I had an Instagram in a minute. Immediately, I got back into the addiction of scrolling, you know, and looking at other people's pages. You know, one part of my mind was saying, man, what am I doing? I'm wasting time scrolling. But the other part of my mind was observing and looking at other people's pages, looking at people I grew up with in high school. They're going on. They have one of them they got a wife, they got kids, you know, they got their life together. But me, I'm still in the same spot. I'm still living with my moms, you know. I'm still in the hood. A lot of people, they done moved out of the hood. They got their life together. Like, I'm talking about their finances, everything. But me, because my focus has been distracted, my attention went somewhere else instead of improving myself how I should have a couple years back. I'm still stuck in the same position. I basically graduated out of high school, and I'm still the same person. No growth, no improvement, no nothing. And this is what pornography does. You can do everything right. I promise you can do everything right. But if you don't deal with this problem, you're never gonna you're not gonna be your true best self. I'm talking about your real best self, like physically obese, physically dominant, you know, your finances in order, but your spirit right. When your spirit is right, nothing can take that away from you. I promise, nothing can take that away from you. Your spirit is right and your energy is right. Nobody can take it. You could be in my spot, and if your spirit is right, you'll believe that you can get out of my spot because your spirit is so powerful, it's so magnetic. You know, a lot of people focus on the outward, which we got to focus on is the inward. It's a beautiful day. It's raining, but it's a beautiful day, man. Let me just show y'all around. It's important to be outside in nature, you know. It's important to, even if it's raining, to go outside, taking some fresh air, take deep breaths, you know. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I want to make a change. I want to make the people that used to treat me like shit, I want to make them pay. I want them to see me a couple years down in the line, and I want them to see me like, man, like he's unrecognizable. He's different. His glow is undeniable. His confidence is undeniable. His aura is undeniable. You know, I want to be able to make my parents proud of me. I don't want to be just a locust inside their house. I don't want to be just a vacuum inside their house, eating all the food but not providing. Still living at home, you know, asking them for money. I know if some of you guys do that, you know. I mean, we're all victims to it, but asking them for money still, like, hey, yo, you know, let me get $20, ma. You already know how it be, but yeah, you don't want to be doing those type of things, man. You don't want to be doing those type of things, man. You want to improve. You want to truly be different. And I feel like you cannot truly be different until you conquer this one thing. Like, if you're doing this daily, and if you're probably in your bed, and your bed probably stinks, like your room smells like God knows what. You probably don't shower. You probably, I don't know, sit in your bed all day, and you got a sweat spot in your bed. Like, I already know how it is, man. Listen, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm just saying all these things because I've been there. Like, I trust me. Like, this is why NoFap is serious, bro. You cannot truly be the best version of yourself. I'm talking about truly be the best version of yourself, where you have the confidence that nobody could take away from you. Like, even if people don't see it, like, nobody can take that away from you. That's what NoFap does for you. And I'm feeling it right now, day 5. I'm feeling it crazy. And also you gotta fast, man. You gotta fast. I already done said this, but yeah, that's the type of energy you want to have. That's the type of glow that you want to have, you know? You cannot be the best version of yourself if you're still doing this daily, man. You can't. Speaking from experience as well, man, I've been on 3 years, and if I can be completely honest with you guys, man, if I was to look back, those 3 years were the best 3 years of my life. After I started Kumin again, after I got back into that habit, man, everything just went down. And it was a gradual process. It was slow. It was a slow process, but everything just gradually kept going lower, and lower. My physique declined. My health declined. I got sick most of the time. My finances were not in order. I was poor, man, broke, working terrible jobs that were taking my energy, you know, and I was Kumin daily. I was Kumin most of the time. So not only was the job taking my energy, but combine that with the porn, combine that with the cigar smoking, combine that with the drinking, combine that with the degeneracy. Man, it's like everything. My vitality, my health bar was like on the reds, like on Mortal Kombat, like it was on red. That's how my health bar was. But now my health bar it's growing, and that's what you really want. Health is the true wealth. You know what I'm saying? Health is true wealth. Yeah. Health is true wealth. You want to be your most healthy, your most powerful self. You want to walk outside and be a pure force, just an unstoppable force. And I promise you now, NoFap, fasting, praying, meditation, affirmations, everything, visualizations, everything. Working on spiritual things like that, that's really what changes you. Like, forget about, even though those things are important, you know, gym and how you look and all that, that's important, we get it. But those things, I feel like if you're in my spot and you're in my situation, these are the things that we got to work on first. Then we work on the outward, you know what I'm saying? I would even say this, like, the outward comes naturally. When you're working on your inner, when you're doing inner work, when you're doing deep shadow work, the outward comes naturally. But yeah, it's important, man. And I want you guys to follow me on this journey, man. I want you guys to see my growth. Like, these videos are not perfect, you already know. Like, I stutter sometimes, but this is a part of the journey. I want to show you guys that I'm one of you guys. I represent you. I represent you guys, you know? I'm just like you. I'm like one of the worst cases out there. And I'm going to show you guys that NoFap 1 is the real deal, because I done been through it. I done been 3 years. And I'm telling you, man, I wish I would have had a YouTube channel. I wish I would have had videos about the time that I spent back then, or who I was back then, to show you guys, like NoFap is real. I'm not going to lie, NoFap, but not just NoFap. Comes with everything, you know, like I said, fasting and all those other things, not just NoFap, but NoFap is very important. If I was to put top 3, if I was to make a top 3 list of the most important self-improvement tools, I think NoFap would be like number 2 or number 3. I'll say fasting number 1, 100%. Fasting, that's different. That when you're fasting and you're praying, that's like, and you're connected to God. I can't forget about God. Always be connected to the source. Always be connected to God. Always. Sometimes that's what it takes too. Matter of fact, let me speak about that. Sometimes it takes for you to, you know, just get on your knees and pray to God and tell him, look, I'm sorry. I'm humble. Lord, forgive me. I definitely need help. I'm ready to change. I've learned my lesson. Lord, I want you to, you know, forgive me and change me from the inside out and improve my life. And I'll do whatever it takes. Sometimes it takes those type of things, and sometimes it takes for you to be real with God and yourself, you know. But yeah, fasting, let me get back to the thing, but fasting and prayer, that's probably number 1. Number 2, NoFap, 100%. Because in the times that we live in, You know, we basically have a drug right in our pocket that's accessible at all times. That's really what pornography is. It's a drug in your pocket. It's like crack cocaine in your pocket at all times, 24/7. That's what pornography is, and a lot of people don't realize that. You know, hopefully I can also attract, hopefully people find this, and the people that are like that don't know that they're stuck, they can find my channel as well. But yeah, it's that deep, and I don't want, look, let me also say this is a very long video, but you know, let me say this one last key thing. If you guys come across some YouTube channels or some people, you know, where they say, porn in moderation is okay, you know, pornography is not the problem, NoFap is bullshit, do me a favor, please. Don't listen to them, delete those channels, don't, bro, that's not the case, bro. I promise you that's not the case. Promise you that. It's a difference when you're already successful. Like, that's a difference, you know? Like I already said in my last video, if you're already successful, okay, that's different. In moderation, it can't harm you that much because you're already, you know, and success comes with everything. Success also comes with, you know, inner confidence in yourself, you know, and stuff like, and your aura and everything, and finding, and all, we all know what it comes with. But yeah, you cannot watch porn in moderation. You know you can't. I can't. Like, we cannot do that. We cannot afford that here. Definitely not. If you're in my case, if you're in my situation, we cannot afford that. We can't do that. That is like the worst advice. I'll be seeing those YouTube videos now. You don't want to. The best way to truly quit pornography is to stop thinking about it and improve. Put the focus on other things. Don't put the focus on your streak. Put the focus on improving. But you do have to take it serious. You do have to quit pornography, man. You cannot let these guys tell you that watching porn in moderation is okay. It's not. It's not. That is the worst advice somebody could give you. But, you know, people won't listen to me because of where I'm at. But don't worry, because I'm going to show you guys that I will ascend and I will glow up. And you guys are going to be a part of me, a part of this journey with me. So, yeah, man. That being said, man, yeah, I think I said everything, man. Peace. You guys already know. I'll see you next time. Stay safe and stay blessed.